Been about a year since the pandemic began, well, more than a year now. With it came heated debates over the wearing of masks and lockdowns. And as he faces re-election next year, Governor DeSantis brought out a panel of medical experts to say he made the right decisions during the pandemic. However, as On Your Side's Haley Harrison reports tonight, a local emergency room physician reminds people to not confuse politics with science.
I think it's obvious by now that these lockdowns and contact tracing and masks, they were not able to prevent a resurgence of the disease during the winter.
Thursday's panel echoed Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' claims that social distancing and mask mandates did little to slow the spread of the coronavirus.
The masks not only have not been effective, but have been harmful.
Despite what the governor's panelists had to say, a Jacksonville emergency room doctor argues that it's not to be confused with the science. For example, he says wearing masks has been a key tool in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic.
There, to me, is no argument for why we shouldn't, because it's still out there. As you know, there's variants developing, and the more spread, the more potential for variants.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention is one of the many medical organizations that backs up Dr. Leo Alonso, saying masking up has been proven effective in stopping the spread. He adds it's still important, even though mass vaccination is ramping up.
And to give you a personal example, I have been vaccinated. My wife, who's a nurse, has been vaccinated. We always wear a mask when we go out in the public.
Throughout the pandemic, Dr. Alonso says political issues centering around mask mandates and lockdowns have been interfering with medical experts' messages that wearing masks and social distancing are important.
It is frustrating. I think all we can do as physicians is continue to lead by example and spread the word,
I'm Haley Harrison, First Coast News. On Your Side.
It is expected